Yo! What up, James? Hey, I haven't seen you in a break. What's up, Pancake Roll? Oh, well, I see you moderating. Thank you. Same to you, Dark Slayer. What's going on? What's the music from? Alex. Actually, I'm just gonna post it in the chat. Hold on, give me a second. How is everybody doing today on this beautiful Friday morning? Well, it's not really morning for me anymore. I guess it's afternoon. Afternoon! For some of you guys, it might be something else, so. There's an echo in your audio? Oh, yeah, that usually happens. That's supposed to happen. You got me scared for a second there. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, that's supposed to happen, though. Hey, Pancake Roll! Thank you for the 30. I appreciate you, fam. Have a lovely best day, bestie. Thank you. I'm filled with writing energy. I'm ready to write some characters for a fan game. Love you, bestie. Love you. I saw what you said on Discord, and I'm like, aw. I'm glad that you're like inspired to write right now, and you have time to do that. That's cool. Derek, what's going on? Junko's here. Junko is here. What's up, Junko? Pine Tree, hi. What's up? Notice me, I exist. I see you. I see you. I read this chapter last night and I almost cried. Is that bad? Tofu, what's going on? I checked around Instagram. I managed to find more Danganronpas. If you haven't found them, I'll list them. I think we got a lot right now. I'm 288 pages into a 406 page novel. I started on Wednesday, so I'm good. Hey, that's what's up. Predictions on the last victim? The culprit would probably, I don't know. I hope it's Ayano. I hope it's Ayano. Hey, Sam, what's going on? How have I been? I've been good. How about you? Should I start Total Rampa Island because the one got canceled? It's still really good. The little bit of Total Rampa Island that you can read is still really good. No, I don't want anyone else to die. I mean, Ayano or Brian are the ones that I kind of want to go. Like, if anybody's going, it's one of them. Just save, please, spare Parappa. Parappa can't do anything wrong. Parappa seems like one of those characters that's like gonna survive to the end. I mean, Parappa's made it this far, right? Why would you kill off Parappa now? I could lose Brian. Yeah, see, we could lose Brian. Brian's good. Not Brian. Hey Blaze, should I start writing my own fan game? Yes. It's gonna be called Friendorampa and Friendorampa 2 into the digital universe. I don't know. I want your evaluation. Yeah, you should. What is that? What is that like? Is it a crossover of something, or is it just your original idea? Still high from last night a little bit, but doing good overall. I was too last night, Derek. I was too. It's something that puts me to sleep. You know what I mean? Like, it's something to like calm my mind because I feel like I think a lot, you know? So I just roll up and then I'm good. I go to bed and I sleep all through the night. Of the two dogs we have, Brian is the inferior one. I agree. That's so mean to say, but I agree. Ping, what's up? The only thing that I would say is like Brian probably won't die because we just lost Peter. But I mean, I guess I can't count him out. Dangan Attorney. I wanna read Dangan Attorney. My only thing is there a lot of spoilers for Phoenix Wright on there? Because I haven't played all of the Phoenix Wright games, and I feel like I would get spoiled if I reacted to that. You know what I mean? Because like there's a lot of Phoenix Wright characters in that I haven't encountered in the, you know, in their games, and I'm like, yikes. Fine, late. It's early here in Australia. Hey, what's up, Christelle? It's my original idea. It's me and my friends for Friendorampa, and for Friendorampa 2, it's me and my digital friends. That's cool. I like that idea. I see you know how it is, Blaze. Yep. You already know. I've read it, and there's some, but not too many. Okay. Is Maya in it? Oh, Mia? Is Mia in it? Yeah, that's a good question. Allie, what's going on? We're actually about to start right now. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate you guys. There's some spoilers. How far are you on the Ace Attorney game events? The third game. And I've played Great Ace Attorney. I played Great Ace Attorney 1. I haven't played the second one. I'm playing the Phoenix Wright games like so out of order. Like I've been playing the main trilogy kind of in order, but then I like when Great Ace Attorney came out, I was like, oh, I really want that game because I like Sherlock Holmes, and I was like, I need to play that. But I know that's like prequel to the events of Phoenix Wright, so I guess it's not too out of order. But me and some of my friends are doing a Danganronpa looking for more VAs though. Play them, they are my favorite series right now. The Phoenix Wright games? Yeah. This chapter made me cry, so be prepared, Blaze, and everyone. No, don't say that. I won't stay for too long. Got a movie to watch in theaters. Hope you have fun either way. Hey, I hope you enjoy the movie. Hey, what's up, Studio Die? I hope everything's going okay with y'all's fan-gan. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you guys. I played up to Apollo Justice in like half of the first Edgeworth investigations. Yeah, everyone tells me that after I do the main trilogy to play the Miles Edgeworth games like separate, like after, and don't go to Apollo Justice like right after, apparently. Jesse, I don't yet, but stay tuned. I don't have a Discord server yet, but stay tuned. Love the first 3 Ace Attorneys. I'm gonna study to be a lawyer, LOL. Investigations is what I'm on right now. I hear Investigations is like amazing. Like I hear those games are like next level. Like Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney ain't nothing compared to Investigations. Investigations is its own thing. It doesn't affect the main games. It doesn't. Mia Fey, my beloved. Don't isn't the second Investigations game hard to get? Isn't it like translated or something? I can't remember. The ones that include Athena and Apollo and Phoenix, and yeah, I do agree after the first trilogy do Investigations. Okay. They're really good stories. I think people told me to do the Investigations after the main trilogy because like I guess there's things, you know, that they kind of reference from the first 3 games in Investigations, so, and characters that show up. The Miles Edgeworth games are actually amazing. I love those. Ace Attorney in general is just an awesome series. It is really good. It's super good. I would love to play Great Ace Attorney 2 on stream because I'm on that one currently, and like I feel like you guys would help me play that game. Like if I played it on stream, I'd finish it. I know I would. That's when it is chronological. Yeah. You need fan translations for Investigations 2. You can look it up on YouTube. Oh, that sounds easy then. I could do that. I did that with Danganronpa 1. I can do that with Investigations. Okay. So with that being said, let's get into the reading today. We're going to be reading Chapter 5, Investigation and Clash Trial. We're going to see who gets executed today. Who killed our favorite pony? Rest in peace to Fluttershy, really, because like I was kind of hoping that she would last the entire Fangan, but I guess she's not going to be a survivor, which kind of sucks. But, you know, you lose your faves. You lose your faves. As long as Parappa's still here, we're good. Where do you read it? You could read this here, actually. Here, I'm going to toss it to you. You can read the whole entire Fangan here on Archive of Our Own. It is awesome. And there's a sequel to this, too, I do believe. Well, there's like a story like after this for sure. Is that Empire? Oh, thank you. You're amazing. Ace Attorney stream win. Thank you for the 25, fam. I appreciate you. I hope you're doing okay, Empire. And I hope you got that YouTube stuff fixed. I know that happened to you like a while back, and like that was annoying. I really hope they fixed it for you. Anyways, I know I have to plan out an Ace Attorney stream. I have to plan it out. All right. There's another game that I kind of want to do next. That's kind of like Danganronpa that I feel like would be good for streaming. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. What's up, Game Master? You're here. I did. LMAO. They refunded me. Yeah, let's go. That makes me happy. Okay, that's good. Good stuff. Good stuff. Anyway, let's get into it. YouTube. We're here with Danganronpa 69. Chapter 5, I want to see what goes down. Let's get into this amazing fan game. Okay, let's see what the author said. Yo, I'm so sorry for my long hiatus. I had a huge loss in motivation in writing this, but hey, I feel you on that. That happens. I'm back, baby. I suppose we all got to take breaks from time to time, huh? Yes, very true. Anyways, I really hope you enjoyed this chapter, and we will. I know we will. I hear Witch's Heart's really good. I want to try that one too. Luigi stood there as if frozen in time, but now this was the sixth body he had the misfortune of witnessing, so it makes sense he wouldn't react so heavily as the first time, right? Well, no matter what, he couldn't help. Couldn't fight the existential dread of knowing that a murderer took away one life and was going to take away another soon. That and the fact that Luigi was squeamish to all hell and back. Oh god. But that wasn't important. None of that was important. What was the most important was accepting that Fluttershy was indeed lying dead and the other end of the room. Aw. What is that claw though? Why did somebody claw her like that? Fluttershy? She's dead. But how? God knows. Mamma mia! Oh, Luigi, mamma mia! Hey guys, what's... Oh my goodness! I see very clearly. Hang on now. Just as soon as Monokuma strolled to the group and took a look inside the room, he had disappeared in a blink of an eye. Ding dong, bing bong. Oh my god, why is the body discovery so late? A body has been discovered! Seeing as you're all already in the Monokuma Museum, this broadcast was basically pointless. Bro, that screws us up. I feel like the freaking body, the BDA, always helps us. It always helps. But this one was late. What's up, Wince? How you been? Monokuma Museum? Before Luigi could think any further on that thought, Monokuma had appeared in front of the six in the room. Gee, must suck for you all now that you gotta investigate on an empty stomach and sleepy eyes, but I don't care. Investigate? So she was murdered? How do you think this works, kiddo? She just magically happened to die without you all knowing? As if. Will you shut the hell up now and give us the file? What? Seriously? You're still here with this attitude? You make a horrible detective, you know that? I must agree. We understand how these investigations work now, so there's no need for you to be here unless we have a question. Oh! I ain't wrong on that! Well, do any of you have a question? Can you tell us the murder for once? You're a real wise guy, aren't you? Anyways, Monokuma tossed the file onto the ground in front of the group. Here's file numero 5. I have a feeling I'm gonna be needed soon, so I'll keep an ear out for you. Unlike Mr. Plumber over here. Man, should we add to the stereotype that Italians are mega deaf? Don't do that, Monokuma. Hey! Leave. If you insist, Mr. Edge. With a melodramatic sigh, Monokuma slumped out of the room. This is the best Monokuma in a fan game, I'm telling you. Well, it was worth the shot, eh? I suppose we have to conduct an investigation like we usually do. Yikes. I really love the way this Monokuma is being written, like compared to some of the other fan games I've seen. Like, it's really good. It's really, really, really good. Not saying that the other ones are bad or anything, but I'm just saying there's a lot of spice to this particular Monokuma that I've seen. A lot of spice. Parappa? We can do it, right? We can avenge Fluttershy? Of course we will. Luigi looked to Nagito. He hadn't spoken a word since they discovered the body. It made sense, of course, with Fluttershy being the only other person to pay him regular visits. And on top of that, give him a kindness he wasn't expecting to receive. Now that she was gone, Luigi could only guess how vulnerable he felt against the group now. Everyone, I know it may be hard, but let's continue on as best as we can, okay? Even with the supposed killer among us? That's what we have been doing each time, isn't it? I guess it does feel wrong with such a small group now. But we can do it, right? Yeah. Luigi took another side glance at Nagito. His speech, albeit vague, was actually directed more towards him. Luigi couldn't tell if it had worked on him, as his expression stayed still like one of the many statues scattered around the room. He mentally sighed. As long as everyone else is okay, I'm sure we can do this. All right, let's go. Investigation time! Poor Fluttershy. As everyone spread around the room as per usual, Luigi was the first to go over and pick up the file. The victim is Fluttershy. The body was discovered in the Monokuma Museum on the 5th floor. There's a large slit on her throat, as well as slits on her front hooves and wrists. Aww. Huh? What is it? Well, it's just, this file feels a little bare, don't you think? I have to agree. As well as there being no time of death, the cause of death is also pretty vague. In fact, it just states her wounds, not what killed her. Yeah. Ah, Nagito's talking again? Well, I guess that's a good sign. I suppose this is another case Monokuma's obscuring. I wonder why. Monokuma file number 5 has been added to the truth bullets. Not Fluttershy, I know. Our favorite pony. What are you going to look at next? The body, I suppose. All right then, let's go. Oh, he wants to work with me again? I don't mind, honestly. Luigi followed Brian over to where Fluttershy's body was, but he couldn't help but feel a presence follow behind him as well. 2 people were already situated in front of the body when they arrived. How come Parappa's not following us? Parappa is the best partner. I see you've come to check the body, huh? All 3 of you as well. Luigi and Brian, confused, both turned around to face Nagito, who was a little ways behind them. Seeing the eyes on him, he waved awkwardly. Whatever. Have you found anything about the body yet? I've been studying the slashes on her wrists, but they seem very shallow. Nothing to warrant major injury. And the neck cut? Unlike the wrist, this one seems a lot deeper. Ah, if it had cut into the jugular vein, that would guarantee she bled out. Justice for Parappa, I know, right? I had a similar thought to that, actually. Heck! What kind of things are they teaching youths in these schools these days? It's kind of strange, though. Why would anyone cut the backside of her arms? And her position seems a little strange. Huh. Everyone's brought up some pretty good points. I should probably keep a note of everything said. State of Fluttershy's body has been added to truth bullets. Well, if you don't mind, I suppose I'll be the lone guard this time. That puts you in quite a position if you're the culprit. Aye? You're one to talk. Oh, look over there. Quickly trying to get everyone back on track, Luigi pointed to a strange-looking Monokuma claw beside Fluttershy's body. Where did that come from? I believe it came from that statue over there. Luigi looked over to where Yandere-chan was pointing, and there was indeed a Monokuma statue with a paw missing. Interesting. Well, with all the blood on it, it's safe to say it's the murder weapon, right? I'm sure it made those cuts at least. How? If it's a statue, wouldn't it be made out of stone? And here's where I come in. Where the heck did you come from? I was just waiting outside the door, waiting for the moment someone would need a basic explanation of this place. I mean, come on! Did you guys really think you could just start investigating without a rundown of this amazing room first? I thought you said it wasn't finished, though. It was really close to finishing before a murder occurred here. In fact, I probably would have been able to open it tomorrow. Thanks for ruining the surprise. Oh, really? Interesting. What's up, Cherry the Fox? And Ash? Could you tell us what you meant when you interrupted us then? Oh, that? You see, the Monokuma statues are special. Special as in they were very expensive to make. So expensive that the workers who sculpted them probably lost all feeling in their insignificant fingers. That's what got to do with our investigation? Whoa, wait, sorry. What's that got to do with our investigation? All right, let me cut to the chase. The claws on the statues are actually real. For authenticity to the real deal, you know. So, they're real blades? Yep. Then they really could be used as weapons, huh? Not recommended, but seriously despairful. Seriously though, don't break any more of my precious statues. 2 already are. Don't think I don't see that, Missy. Monokuma mumbled to himself before stomping off. If the claws are made from real blades, then I guess that paw is to be the murder weapon, right? Possibly. Maybe not, though. Broken Monokuma claw has been added to truth bullets. Oh, speaking of those 2 statues over there, should we check them out? I suppose so. Luigi and Brian left the others at Fluttershy's body to take a look over at the toppled over statues either side of the doors. However, as Luigi was walking, he turned his head to see what Nagito was once again following, or that Nagito was once again following them. He flinched for a moment when he was caught, but Luigi gave him a soft look before turning back around. So, why do you think they've been knocked over? They couldn't have originally been like that, could they? No! You again? Do you want my advice or not? Advice from Mr. Monokuma is very important, you know. Then what happened to the statues? I can't tell you that, but I can definitely say that there were never this close to the door before. I mean, how could you have gotten inside if they were right here? They must have been blocking the door then, right? Oh, that makes sense actually. That's why it took a lot of force to break in. Who knew a group of sticks could hold so much strength? But if Monokuma said that they weren't supposed to be there, does that mean someone must have moved them here? Do we want to believe what he says? You have to. You need to. I bet you want to. Just get out of here already. Okay. Who could be capable of moving these statues, though? Monokuma's statue's been added to truth bullets. How heavy are they? Are they that heavy? I read this before. What's up, LOL? Who could move something so heavy? You as well. Huh? Me? Yeah, you. You've been following us around all this time. What the hell are you trying to accomplish? I don't think I plan to let you help just because someone died. You're still a murderer. Brian! Of course. I should have known I'm more useless than a bug. Oh, here we go with this. Gosh darn it. He's just trying to help us. Fluttershy was his friend. Then he can help you. I'm not dealing with this bullshit, all right? I'm gonna go see if Parappa needs any help. Oh, what? Brian! And with that, Brian walked off in a huff. Luigi stood there, half dumbfounded and half annoyed at the dog's outburst. Poor Brian. Luigi, I'm so sorry. I've ruined your friendship with just with my presence. I'll make sure to stay as far away from you all as possible. No, it's okay. I can deal with him later. Right now, we should focus on investigating this murder. Really? You don't mind me here with you? Of course not. I know you're pretty good at this, and it seems you're all right to investigate too. And for the record, bugs can be pretty helpful. Then let's get back to the investigation, shall we? Luigi scanned the area around the Monokuma statues and the door, and stopped at a peculiar detail. Do you see that? Nagito matched Luigi's gaze and knelt down to pick up a small clump of strings. This kind of looks like robe fibers, right? Yeah, I could see it being that, but then why would there be a robe here? To make it easier to understand, we need to know if this is the only place where there's rope. Oh, I said robe. Rope, sorry. It's just located around the statues, really. What would rope be doing here in the first place? Rope fibers have been added to truth bullets. This is the last execution? Yeah, I think so. What's up, Christian? How you been? Since the statues are close to the door, I'm gonna go check around there too. Luigi stepped close to the double doors and paused. Luigi, is everything all right? Yeah, come and look at the door. Oh, was it always broken? I don't think so, and I don't think we did that either. The whole doorknob and lock seem broken, which is weird. Since when we first tried out the door? Flashback. Brian, what are you doing? I found this more than suspicious room on the map and I thought I'd check it out. Of course, I can't get the door open. Flashback ended. I suppose if it was locked, then someone tried to break in, huh? So someone broke into this room. Then how and who? Mysteries are hard with a lot of questions and no evidence, aren't they, Luigi? Sorry, I'm just thinking ahead. No, I'm sorry for interfering with their train of thought. Everyone else respects it, unlike mine. He's still cautious, huh? It's to be expected. Broken door has been added to truth bullets. Interesting. You think Brian is the killer? Possibly, maybe. Lucy is the robot girl from Kirby? Oh. How is the new Kirby, by the way? Has anybody played it yet? It just came out today. Luigi took his eyes off from the door, eyes narrowing when he caught a glimpse of something in the corner of the room. He walked over to it, and Nagito, curious, followed suit. Hey, is this a baseball bat? Luigi watched Nagito freeze and looked to the side, avoiding all eye contact with the bat. Why did he go quiet? Wait, does this remind him of... Oh, I'm so sorry. You could go somewhere else if you want. No, I'm fine. This is for Fluttershy, right? And it's not like anyone else wants my company. True, good point. The culprit is Joe? Imagine. If you insist. It's a little randomly placed, huh? But I don't think it was originally in here either. To be over here must have meant it wasn't an excursion of any kind, since it wasn't easy to find. Then what was its purpose? Did it even have a purpose? Baseball bat has been added to truth bullets. Already in love with this Kirby game? I'm telling you, it looks pretty cool. I might wait for it to, you know, go on sale or something like that, because I don't really like buying Kirby games at full price. But hopefully Nintendo has some kind of sale in the future. This looks like everything in here. Well, as much as I can see. Luigi turned back to Nagito, who still had his eyes anywhere other than the bat. However, this time it wasn't out of uncomfort. He seemed to be looking around the room in search of anything else. He watched as the other's eyes stopped on something above and tilted his head. Nagito? Look up there. Luigi, in turn, raised his head to where Nagito had gestured to and furrowed his eyebrows. The camera? The security camera's glass seems to be smashed, right? Wait, really? Hold up. Yeah, but why? Was it always like that? I'm not sure. Do you think it's tied to the case? I doubt any of us could even reach the cameras anyway. Are you allowed to do that? I don't remember that. Bye, Darkslayer. Nintendo games are hella pricey at launch. Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing. I mean, you can buy it at Walmart for $50, but I don't like going to Walmart. They are pretty high up on the ceiling. I mean, unless someone used a stool, but they obviously discarded it. What if Monokuma did it? Would it not be connected to this case then? I don't know, but I should keep a note of it anyway. Smashed security camera's been added to truth bullets. Where should we go now, Luigi? I guess we should get some accounts. It'll help us work out a time frame for the murder. Ah, then I suppose you'll have to do the talking. Luigi turned back to the inside of the room and did a double take. Hey, where's Parappa and Brian? I think they left for the dorms to do some investigating there. Oh, hopefully Parappa's calmed Brian down then. And how about the conductor? Wasn't he supposed to be guarding the body? I think he left to get a drink. It didn't sound like he was heading to the kitchen. Yeah, it didn't sound like he was heading to the kitchen, however. You mean he went to the bar? I'm not a drinker, but I can't blame him. So, where were you last night? Luigi and I were conducting an experiment on the mastermind. Yeah, we were. Ah, really? That sounds intriguing. Were you two any lucky? Any lucky? I don't know. I was distracting Monokuma for Ayano because she thought the mastermind's controlling him. I'm not sure if this is any help, but there usually is only one mastermind, so I would assume that theory is correct. Huh? I've forgotten about your past experience on killing games. I would have asked you sooner if it weren't for the recent occurrences. My apologies. Okay, I wonder if that's a hint to something. Nagito saying that there's usually only one mastermind. I wonder if that's like the author telling us that like, no, there's gonna be like 2 or 3 or 4. Oh, you don't need to apologize to someone like me. I really don't deserve your pity. So, how did it go? I never got to ask you yet. It's not important right now. We have a case to solve. All you need to know was that I was at the data center. Oh, all right then. I guess this isn't the place to tell us out in the open, is it? Yandere-chan's account has been added to truth bullets. I suppose we'll leave you to your work. Yeah, we need to go ask the others what they know. Yandere-chan gave the two a nod, then returned to her own investigation. Luigi and Nagito left the Monokuma Museum, and at that moment, Nagito had paused again. Wait, what? What if all the survivors are the masterminds? Oh, crap! You might be onto something! You might be onto something, Wins. That's funny. Plot twist, there's no mastermind. Exactly. Where was I? We have the smashed security cameras. Nagito had paused again. Huh? Look, isn't that camera smashed too? Yeah, it is. That's strange. I already read that. After the quick stop, the two carried back up on heading down to the dormitory where they crossed paths with the two dogs. Hey, Parappa. Oh, hey, Luigi. How's your investigation going? We've been discussing a lot of things and... Oh, sorry, I'll let you go first. He seems pretty eager right now. They must really enjoy each other's company, huh? It's going well. And he's still with you. We've come to ask about what you were doing last night. Oh, yeah, last night. I was with Brian. Oh? Yeah, we were just talking a lot in my dorm. Guess we must have fallen asleep there too. Wait, what? It was really fun. We had some drinks and snacks like a sleepover. So it was basic stuff like water and chips. Ah, but we shouldn't be talking about this, right? We need to keep focused for Fluttershy. Okay, so that kind of gives those two an alibi, right? Maybe, possibly. Deshaun, what's going on? What's going on, Blade? I'm sure she wouldn't mind you talking about this to stay happy though, right? I think so too. Anyway, did anything else happen during that time? No, I don't remember it all that well anyway. Me neither. No, it's okay. I don't think anyone was expecting this to happen. Thank you anyway. Rappa's account has been added as a truth bullets. That's a little fishy. So they don't remember anything? Good luck on your investigation. Thanks. Where should we look now, Brian? I suppose over there. Okay, let's go. Luigi watched as Parappa grabbed Brian's hand and marched over to another area on the first floor. He stared on for a moment, smiling warmly, until someone broke the silence. Ah, Luigi. Should we check Fluttershy's dorm? It seems to be open. Huh? It is? Sure enough, as Luigi went over to Nagito, he saw the dorm belonging to Fluttershy was unlocked. Both curious, they went inside. The interior was similar to his own, yet it had a warm and gentle aura inside, with a sweet underlying smell to it, definitely matching its owner. It brought a small wave of melancholy over Luigi, but he knew he had to brush it aside. Aww, she smells nice, apparently. Mystery L, what's up? Thank you for moderating, by the way. While he was composing himself, Nagito was quick to start carefully snooping around the room, stopping near the bedside desk and picking up a magenta book that laid atop of it. What did you find? I think it's her diary. Fluttershy kept a diary in here, huh? Maybe I should have too. Oh well, that doesn't matter now. Should we look inside? You don't mind looking through someone else's personal writing? I mean, they're dead now. Well, it's kind of wrong too, but what if there was a clue inside? Maybe something to do with why she was found in the Monokuma Museum. Ah, I suppose you're right. Nagito handed the diary to Luigi, who promptly flicked through the pages to find the most recent entry. It was somewhat difficult, as there were no dates involved, but he eventually found the page. What do you make of it? Let me see. Oh my. Huh? Take a look for yourself. Luigi gave the diary back to Nagito, who efficiently skimmed the entry, his brows furrowed once he was done. Such despairful words, but it looked like she had already overcome most of her despair. Wait, what? I want to know what it was. What was she saying? Yeah, this doesn't feel right at all, but who knows? It's not easy staying hopeful, especially right now. It may not be important, but I feel like I need to remember this. Fluttershy's diary has been added to truth bullets. We don't know! What the freak? Fluttershy's diary has been added to the truth bullets. Luigi couldn't believe what he read, even as if it was clearly written on the page. It was so hard to understand. One passage in particular struck out to him undoubtedly. I don't want to feel this way. It's not right for friends to kill friends. It doesn't feel right to send the killers to their deaths either. I don't want to wake up to a murder. I don't want to vote for a killer. I don't want to go to the trial room again. How do I make it stop? I want it to stop. What do they want from us? What do they want from me? I shouldn't give up, but it gets harder and harder as more friends are lost. I'm not sure how long I can go on for. Aww. This didn't just speak for Fluttershy, it spoke for Luigi too. And not just Luigi, everyone else too. Everyone felt so lost and confused. Why won't it stop? Why couldn't they make it stop themselves? It was horrible. Oh, poor Fluttershy. As Luigi reminisced in his depression, Nagito had been flicking through past entries in the diary. Luigi not quite knowing why. Maybe it was because the room suddenly got so quiet. Maybe it was because the gentle aura had been replaced by the cold sensation of grief. Why did you sacrifice your time to work with me, Luigi? The question caught Luigi off guard, and he knew they had an investigation to get back to immediately, but it felt wrong to leave the other in the dark. You've been through a lot. I understand what it's like to lose someone you love, especially by them doing something they thought would protect you. Even though you did what you did last case, I don't think it's right to leave you like this. Aww, that's so true. The twist is amazing. Right now, like the twist that we've gone through and like the cases, the executions, the trials, they've all been really good. And if I didn't, who else would? Aye, lads. Am I intruding on something here? Oh, conductor. Ah, hello, conductor. How was your drink? My drink? How do you know about that? Well, we just assumed you went to the bar. I mean, that's not important right now. The lassie told me to round everyone back up to the museum thingy. She did? Oh, but this is good timing. We can ask for your alibi, huh? My alibi, eh? Really? Go on. Don't be shy. It'll save you from suspicion, right? Well, unless you really did despise last night. Stop twisting everything with your pity talk. Am I missing something here? Don't you want to fill in for Luigi, conductor? Aye, now talk. Last night I got a knock on me door from lassie. Wait, what? Flashback. Aye, what is it? It's pretty late, you know. Ah, I'm sorry to intrude, Mr. Conductor, but I must ask you for a favor. I mean, if it's all right with you. A favor, eh? What is it? I need to go run an errand, but I've been looking after Nagito, and he doesn't seem very happy to be left alone yet. And I thought maybe you could keep him company. Just until he looks fine, of course. I really don't want to leave him so sad for tonight. Why are we doing errands? Why would you have errands in a killing game? What errands do you have? What is happening here? So that's Blade. What do you think about Danganronpa 69? And who do you think the killer is? I'd like to know. I love Danganronpa 69. It's great. And the killer, I want to say Brian. I really do. I want to say Brian for right now. I'm putting Brian in. Hold on one second. A pack neck? Really? Well, I suppose I could. Oh, really? Thank you so much, Mr. Conductor. Just keep him occupied with anything. He really won't mind talking about your movies if you want. All right, then. Stay safe. Flashback ended. Looking back on it, that last line didn't age so well. I know, it really didn't. So you were with Nagito last night? Yes, he was. We had such a nice conversation, didn't we? I felt like I was the one bloomin' tied up. You have such a great sense of humor. Maybe you should write comedies. Nagito seems awfully friendly with the conductor. I guess they really did have a good chat. The conductor's account has been added to truth bullets. So what the heck was that thing this morning about then? You know how the bear seemingly untied you and all that? Oh yeah, Nagito. I thought you said no one could untie you. Ah, that's what I thought. But I suppose Monokuma does have an unspeakable power over things. He even helped me tie myself up, as you know. Yeah, true. Why'd you want help from him is beyond me. And you were tied up ever since this morning, right? Yep. Oh, do you doubt me, Luigi? What do you expect? This is an investigation, for Christ's sake. Ah, then how about Monokuma? Nagito cupped his hands around his mouth and called for the mono bear, but there was no response. What the heck was that? Huh? That's strange. Usually Monokuma appears when I call his name. You say that like you trained him or something. Nagito took a few steps forward and sighed. Maybe Monokuma is ignoring me too. Wait, wait, what? Why is Monokuma ignoring Nagito? Wait, is this the ultimate sidekick? I don't know. Maybe not on this one. Ignoring you? Why would I ever ignore you, Hopi? You're like an OG BFF, minus the BFF. And there he is, wasting our time with his tricks again. Monokuma, can you confirm what Nagito's saying is true? That you're the only one who could have untied him? Yep. You're all too weak, you see. I, Monokuma, the great Hercules of our time, can break any seal just by using my mind. What a load of hooey. You know what's hooey? Your movies. Why, you know what would be so awesome? What would be so cool? A superhero movie all about me. Maybe I'll shake my booty in 3D. Could you imagine if they did like a Sonic-esque movie? You guys have seen Sonic the movie, right? Imagine if they did Danganronpa the movie, like live action like that. I'd be dead. We get to see a live action Monokuma. The peck? Monokuma, you're not needed now. Fine, I'll go. Boo-hoo. What a sad world I live in. Well, that was weird. But it's best to keep a note of it anyway. They made a TTG movie reference. I'm sorry I'm late. Well, welcome, animator. I saw the movie. No, that's cursed. Are you sure? Live executions would be so brutal. Yeah, that's true. Well, that was weird, but it's best to keep note of it anyway. Nagito's account has been added to truth bullets. Anyway, can we get going now? I don't think it's wise to keep everyone waiting. Yeah, we really can't afford to waste any more time, really. With the conductor leading the way, the three headed back to the Monokuma Museum on the 5th floor. There they met back up with Parappa, Brian, and Yandere-chan, the latter looking relieved that everyone had arrived. Sorry we didn't get here sooner. That's fine. I was thinking we could discuss some things before the trial. That sounds reasonable. At least that bear isn't actually with us here. As the group continued to discuss, Luigi's eyes drifted over to Parappa instinctively. He noticed him looking over at Fluttershy's body, fixated on her with a concerned complexion. I forgot that there was a live stage play for Danganronpa. That's a good point. If they did live action Danganronpa, the cast would almost definitely wind up whitewashed. You're right on that. You're right on that. What's up, Eris? Chris Pratt is Monokuma. That'd be funny. Parappa? Huh? Oh, nothing. Is he just mourning her? It kind of looks like it. So to start off with, I was thinking that we could go over ding dong bing bong. Hey, hey, hey! Guess what time it is? Really guess. Well, if you said all of the above, I would say, where the hell did you get any answers from? I didn't give you any. Anywho, it's trial time. Come on down to the red door on the 1st floor and we'll have a jolly good old time. Hoo. He cut you off right there. What a prick. It's fine. We could continue a proper discussion in the trial room. I guess we have no choice. The group started to make their way out of the room, Luigi getting to the door before turning back into the room for one last glance, and then realizing someone was still in there. Oh, Nagito, are you coming? Ah, sorry. I was just taking one last look at Fluttershy. He probably misses her a lot. The two continued with the group down the flights of stairs on each floor until they reached the 1st floor. As Luigi was about to turn into the large hall, Nagito stopped him. Ah, Luigi, can we check your dorm real quick? Oh, sure, but I don't think you'll find anything in there. My thoughts exactly. Huh? Discreetly, the two hurried over to Luigi's dorm. Luigi, where was it where you decided to keep the gun? The gun? Just in the drawer over there. Wait, did Fluttershy get shot? Following Luigi's word, Nagito went over and opened up the drawer. You might want to take a look at this. What are you... As Luigi walked over to the open drawer, he could physically feel his heart stop. What is it? Are you sure this is where you placed it? I'm sure. Unless... No. This is where... Huh? Am I going crazy or... No, this is definitely where Was it? Oh, no. I don't understand. Missing gun has been added to truth bullets. What in blazes? Hey, I'm here. What in blazes are you two doing here? This is the 2nd time you two are in the room on time. Do you just like bunking trials or something? Because let me tell you, it ain't gonna work. My apologies, Monokuma. It was all my idea. So you can punish me if you'd like. I'm kind of saving that for the killer, you know. Well, unless you are the killer. Can't let old Plumber know that, though. Just get your over here before I lose my cool. Luigi, while still confused out of his mind, left his dorm with Nagito to the empty room. Where the hell were you two? Don't worry about it. Well, this is quite the bad room now. Am I not just talking about the interior design? I suppose we can't let that distract us now. Yeah, we gotta do this for Fluttershy. She was so kind. I remember her comforting me when we first found out about the killing game. And I remember sharing small conversations with her while I had my morning tea. I remember she was the one who got me from my dorm after Mario's case. Oh, enough with the sappy stuff. We've got a trial to run here. Now get on that elevator or so help me. Why do you keep changing moods? But Monokuma was gone again without a trace. With not much else to say, the group boarded the elevator. You know what? Monokuma is kind of weird. It does seem like he does change moods a lot. I'm so down to see how Army Twitter would react to Butter playing over Mondo's execution. I'm dead. You think Brian is the killer? You're thinking that? People are putting their bids in for Brian? I hope it's not, but like at the same time, like look at this cast, right? Look at this cast. Look at this cast. The only ones that you would probably really want to lose is Brian and Conductor. Because I mean, like, come on. Although I do like A Hat in Time, Conductor is kind of just like not that great. Let's be honest. Like, Conductor is not that great. I forgot Conductor was even in this. It was quiet, defiantly quiet. Someone could drop a pin and everyone would notice. Luigi knew it was a struggle for everyone to keep going because why wouldn't it? A murder promptly interrupted a dispute in the group, leaving everyone muddled and uneasy. Everyone had to quickly band together to investigate the crime scene, just like every time before. Would this be the last time? Surely. There were only 6 of them now, and they couldn't bear to lose anymore. I'm shocked the Conductor made it this far. Same, I am too. I feel like he hasn't really done much. That Conductor shouldn't have lived. The Conductor is so short, he really is. But if there was a killer among them, then there would be no choice. The elevator door opened before Luigi could re-register his surroundings, and the group walked out into the refurbished trial room, which is basically just more purple than usual. Oh my god, I love purple though. Welcome, welcome! Aw, don't look so glum, everyone. It's time to convict the killer. Right then, to your seats. He really does keep changing his attitude. Monokuma can be quite unpredictable. And god, annoying. But we shouldn't focus on that. Yeah, we need to figure this out for Fluttershy. Here we go. Fluttershy, she was so kind and gentle and would rarely ever speak out of place until recently. She became so assertive over the past few days that I'm almost jealous, but now she's gone. Gone by the hands of someone in this killing game. Who is it? It's not fair. It's just not fair. We shouldn't have to deal with this so soon again. But time and time again, we have to. Because if we don't, we'll all die. No one wants to die, so we move on, despite our despair. And so yet begins the battle between hope and despair, truth and lies, trust and doubt. The 5th class trial has begun! Let's go! Let's see how this plays out. This Fangan hasn't let me down yet when it comes to the trials. The trials have been really good in this one, so I'm pretty hyped. I'm pretty hyped. So let's talk about the truth bullets that we have here. Despite a dispute in the group, a murder occurred right under everyone's noses. Why did Fluttershy die? Why is everyone so vague? Who is the killer? So the truth bullets that we have are the Monokuma File 5, the state of Fluttershy's body, broken Monokuma paw, the Monokuma statues, the rope fibers, the broken security cameras, the broken door, the baseball bat, the Parappa's account, Nagito's account, the Conductor's account, Yandere-chan's account, Fluttershy's diary, and the missing gun. All right! Class trial is in session, baby. Let's do it. Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation of the class trial. Wait, should I? I mean, I bet you probably skip this part each time. Oh well, I like talking, so you're gonna get it anyway. During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the Blacken will receive a punishment, but if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the Blacken, and that person will get to graduate. Yeah, we know, we know. Where do we even start with this? It all seems pretty vague. Probably because you didn't do much investigating. This mine's only got room for movies, lassie. Well, if it makes it any easier on us, we can tell she died by that cut on her neck. We can? As stated before, the cut was definitely deep enough to let her bleed out. Huh? That may be true and all. However, that doesn't lead us any closer to who did it. Then what do you propose we do? Well, I think the most important question is how she got inside the Monokuma Museum. As far as I've heard, it was locked. Yeah, it was. So someone must have broken in, right? You're also impatient. You couldn't even wait for my museum to open. Or should I take that as a compliment? I suppose the discussion is due on how whoever broke in did it. Just how did they get in? I guess we need to figure this out together. Non-stop debate. So, anyone got any ideas? Well, whoever did it certainly wasn't doing it for the museum. I beg to differ. Quiet, you. Maybe they picked the lock. I've seen it in movies all the time. Just because it's in a movie doesn't mean it's realistic. Good point. Hey, my movies are incredibly realistic. I even put people in real danger. Wow, that's so amazing, conductor. Albeit a little dangerous. And downright stupid. I can refute something here. What Parappa said about the picked lock. Broken door. No, that's a wrong. Actually, Parappa, the lock wasn't opened that way. We found that the door and its lock were broken. So blunt force must have been the method. Oh. Speaking of which, Luigi, I think there was something that could have been used to break the lock by your theory. Ah, yeah. He must have been talking about that. The baseball bat. Conductor, that means you have a few lawsuits. Yeah, he does. We also found a baseball bat in the corner of the Monokuma Museum. And you're saying that was used to bust down the lock? While not the most stealthy method, it certainly could work. So then what? Someone got in there and slashed the late Lassie's neck? Ah, do you think Monokuma did it? Whoa, you can't pin this on me, puppy. No, the weapon used to kill Fluttershy was a claw broken off from one of Monokuma's statues, not Monokuma himself. Imagine spending your time on something only for it to be destroyed. Exactly. Then again, it is super dispareful to have that plan foiled, so, I don't know what to think anymore. So then, do you think someone else slashed her neck? Like, him? That might be plausible. He could have lured Fluttershy there since she trusted him. Ah, do you really think she even could trust me? She didn't bother trusting anyone else. But Nagito was tied up, right? How could he do that? He could have asked Fluttershy to untie him, or hell, the bear too. Actually, Brian, that couldn't have been the case. Nagito's account. So we're just gonna believe what Nagito says now all of a sudden? That doesn't mean anything. No one could untie him except for Monokuma, and it was confirmed even by him that he was only untied this morning. Indeed. Maybe I should have stayed tied up. There's only so much fan service I can take, Hopi. I'll get too ahead of myself. Yeah, so Nagito couldn't have been the kill. I'm not finished. Ooh! Brian's going in! What's up, Hot Coffee? Interception. Huh? Brian? Look, I don't care if you're friends with him. I'm trying to prove my point. That's not why I'm defending him. The evidence states that you aren't thinking your evidence through at all. Huh? Rebuttal showdown. Oh, crap. You seriously can't be saying you trust the bear's words, right? That's not an account. But it seems reasonable. I can't think of a reason why Monokuma would lie so blatantly. He's the type of too. And anyway, it's not like Nagito actually has an alibi for last night. We don't know what the hell he was up to. The conductor's account. Yes, we do. He has an alibi. Allow me to cut through those words. No, Nagito does have an alibi for last night, right, conductor? Yeah. You don't seem so sure on that. Okay, fine, it's true. I was watching over the lad last night for the late Lassie. Nobody needs to judge. But we weren't judging. Conductor, I'm so sorry the thought of me repulses you to the point you cannot prove my innocence. Maybe you didn't find our chat all that interesting. In that case, you may vote for me. What the freak? What are you talking about, Nagito? You. Stop making me out to be the bad guy here. Let's just leave it at that, okay? So you see, Brian, Nagito couldn't have murdered Fluttershy, and so couldn't the conductor too. Hell, I guess not. God. That's all right, Brian. You were just thinking about the possibilities. Although, why was the conductor watching over Nagito for Fluttershy? Well, she knocked on me door asking for the favor, since she needed to run an errand. She seemed mighty hasty about it too. Did you know anything about that, by the way, Nagito? I wasn't paying attention at the time, but not too long after she left my dorm, I was greeted by the conductor. I have a confession to make. I'm the mastermind. You seem like you would be the mastermind. I swear the attention of the stream is the size of the chance of my YouTube not lowering the graphics of the video. I'm dead. So whatever that errand was, she wanted to get it done fast, and that probably included going to the Monokuma Museum, meaning she willingly went there. Do you think she was planning to meet someone? I don't think so. As far as I know, all of us have alibis. Then what if it was a suicide? Huh? A suicide again? Well, actually, this will be the first. The first if we could prove it is true. Of course, I do believe this had happened myself. It was what I was planning to propose to you all before the announcement. So you're saying she went there by herself and slit her own wrists and neck? Is it not possible? It just might be. Luigi? There was something we found. Fluttershy's diary. Fluttershy's diary, its most recent entries made her seem very depressed and scared. Doesn't sound like the poor lass wasn't so stable as she made herself out to be after all. And considering the type of wounds inflicted on her, slits on the backside of her arms as well as the slash on her throat, it's reasonable to say they were self-inflicted. Even so, would Fluttershy really... People have their reasons. If the suicide is true, then she must have been the one to lock the doors as well. If so, I was wondering how she would accomplish such a feat. Oh yeah, how could she do that? I guess we gotta think about that next. I think I'm starting to have an idea myself. Now stop debate. Alright, I'm getting a little scared because Parappa's acting a little weird in this trial. Like he knows something that we don't know. How do you think the lass did it then? Was she really alone? Did she really do it? It's an acceptable theory, and we have to move on with it. Then might I propose an idea? What the hell do you want? Oh, well, she must have moved something in front of the doors, right? She did? Herself? Parappa, we have to focus here. Sorry. Parappa. No, I need to focus. So it was the Monokuma statues, of course. I agree with that. Parappa's acting really weird, like asking all of these questions. Yeah, that's exactly it. Fluttershy must have moved the Monokuma statues right in front of the doors. They weren't there originally then? Nope. How the hell would you all have gotten inside otherwise? Teleportation? Please. You guys don't even have the slightest idea about it. Why would she do that? It did easily imply what she was trying to do. Maybe she just didn't want anyone else to interfere. But why? Why would Fluttershy want to take her own life? She was fine, right? Parappa. Maybe she couldn't take all the stupid drama you guys got yourselves in. I thought she was one of the people who started it. It could have been a sacrifice. A sacrifice? To persuade us not to continue the killing game? It's a stretch, but it could be it. A sacrifice? So we wouldn't kill each other? That's really selfless of her. I suppose she did have that kind of heart, eh? I could accept that. If she did that for us, to stop our fighting, then... Something doesn't quite add up here, huh? Huh? Now that he mentions it, it's Monokuma, right? Me? Monokuma's been awfully verbal during this trial. It's almost as if he's joining in for a specific reason. To hide or to help someone, maybe? Well, she just wanted to fill in for the missing people, you know? With only 6 of you, I ought to be the other 9. You're certainly not acting as 9 pecking people. Monokuma, you do know who the killer is, right? Why, of course I do. It's Fluttershy, right? She's her own killer, right? I can't tell you until you all vote, right? Then what's the deal with the broken cameras? Broken cameras? Nagito and I found smashed cameras on the 5th floor, specifically in the Monokuma Museum and the halls. If they were broken, doesn't that mean that... I don't know what that means. Do enlighten me, or not. How could you even break my cameras? They're too high up, higher than a coconut tree. What are you going on about now? Monokuma is definitely acting strange right now. If he wants to know how they were broken, then we'll give him an answer. Non-stop debate. What? It could have been Fluttershy. She could have flown up to the cameras since she, you know. But then how would she have broken them? Isn't it like there's a weapon that could have reached them from the ground? It isn't like there's a weapon that could have reached them from the ground. Unless we were to take something else into account. What do you mean? I don't even vibe with this, dog. Monokuma saying that? That's hilarious. Now he's just lost his marbles. I'm afraid to admit this, but... Oh, the missing gun! What? No! There's actually something that could have reached the cameras from the ground. The gun. The gun? But I thought you hit it, Luigi. I did, but We need to check on the gun before we went to the elevator, and the gun was indeed missing. I see. So that's why you two were late. Well, I suppose there's no denying that a gun could fit the bill here. That's a good idea and all, but I thought you would get punished if you damaged them. Yeah, I did too. I thought that too. You totally would. You'd get mauled to death by a Monokuma army. Then your remains will be fed to my slaves. The same ones that created your statues? Ooh, looks like someone's keeping up with the mono lore. Oh, okay. We got mono lore now. That is true. There's no way Monokuma would let someone get away with breaking the cameras, unless it could have been the traitor and Monokuma let them break them for the case. But didn't Sand say the traitor was dead? And what if he was wrong or just lying? No, I think there was another way. Oh, spill it, lad. Well, you should have known you were there when it happened, Nagito included. I was? Remember when Nagito tried to summon Monokuma? Flashback. Ah, then how about Monokuma? Nagito cupped his hands around his mouth and called for the mono bear, but there was no response. What the heck was that? Huh? That's strange. Usually Monokuma appears when I call his name. You say that like you trained him or something. Nagito took a few steps forward and sighed. Maybe Monokuma's ignoring me too. Ignoring you? Why would I ever ignore you, Opie? You're like an OG BFF, minus the BFF. And there he is, wasting our time with his tricks again. Flashback ended. Ah, now that I think about it, that did seem very suspicious. Oh, really? Even though we were trying to prove your innocence? What's the suspicious part? It has to do with Monokuma not responding immediately. It has to be the fact that Monokuma couldn't see Nagito. True. Monokuma couldn't see Nagito from the cameras, so that's why he didn't appear when Nagito first called for him. Well, why not? I thought the cameras picked up everything, as pecked up as that sounds. Well, remember when Nagito took a few steps forward, then Monokuma appeared? Ah, then that means... Wait, what does that mean? The cameras have blind spots, most likely. Oh yeah, that. I thought you were good with cameras, conductor, being a movie director and all. I only work with cameras that I can blooming reach, Peckneck. Yeah, you should be good with cameras. You should know that cameras have blind spots, right? If you work in movies. So you're saying whoever took the gun utilized blind spots to break the cameras without the bear knowing? Is that even possible? There's a chance it could be. From accidental stunts alone, such as the antidote we were just presented with, someone could have found out on their own accord. With a few experiments beforehand, it definitely could have been carried out as Luigi said. My ultimate talent would be the ultimate simp. I like that. That's a good one. I'd be the ultimate brony. Everybody put their ultimate talents. What would your guys' ultimate talents be? Well, you sure know your stuff, Missy. Care to explain the entire mystery of my life as well? I'm still not quite convinced. I'm not sure what my ultimate would be. Mine would be ultimate idiot. I'm an ultimate artist. Ultimate Thanos. Ultimate golf ball. Ultimate book jacket appreciator. That's funny. I'm still not quite convinced. Yeah, it sounds pretty tricky to do. Well, that isn't the only reason it could have worked. Ayano's account. Last night, Ayano and I made a plan where I distracted Monokuma while she went off to conduct an experiment. During the time when Monokuma was being distracted, the killer could have easily destroyed the cameras then. That's quite the convenient coincidence. But it does guarantee the killer that extra stretch of safety over their plan. But wouldn't all this mean that Monokuma has no idea who the killer is? Maybe. Ultimate cartoonist would be cool. Death game enthusiast? I like that one. Ultimate procrastinator? That's me. If I wasn't ultimate commentator, I'd be ultimate procrastinator. That'd be the next one. But wouldn't all this mean about Monokuma has no idea who the killer is? Huh? No way. He has to know. Or else, wait. What would happen then? Who needs to know that? We do. Since you don't know the identity of the killer. I do. Monokuma, just admit it. Fine, I don't, okay? I don't know who the freaking killer is. What? So, it's a true, huh? I was kind of hoping he did know, but because now... Oh, crap! If Monokuma doesn't know who the killer is, then how does that work? Then what the heck are we supposed to do? We've been discussing the killer all this time, but even you don't know? Ah, just as I suspected. But I've never experienced a case like this before. What do we do in a case where Monokuma doesn't know who the identity of the killer is? It's not stated in the rules. Ultimate predictor would be a nice one. The amount of times you called the killer. Oh, you're talking about for me? I guess so. I guess I've been right a good amount of times. Yeah, because it's never supposed to happen. When people defy me, I get really mad. So to whoever did this, I'm really mad at you. If the killer isn't known, even by Monokuma, then I suppose this trial is at a stump. Do we have to continue on then? What's even the god point? You can't just let the killer run free. But Brian's right. I don't want to continue on with this. And anyway, we said Fluttershy committed suicide, didn't we? Yeah, wait. No, that can't be right anymore. Luigi, that's what we said, right? No, it's not a suicide. What? The hell are you talking about? It can't be. Why would she go out of her way to do all of this? If she wanted to sacrifice herself for us, why would she hide it from Monokuma as well? Then are you suspecting it's one of us? No, it can't be one of us. None of us would kill her. I hate to break it to you, lad, but that's what's been going on for the past 4 cases. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, this one's different. I'm with Luigi on this one. Considering the circumstances, this wouldn't be a suicide anymore. I'm mad. Hold up, turn the music off. I am actually upset right now. I am upset because I've been sitting here, right? And I didn't want to do this, but I've been sitting here just sitting here, you know, like looking into Parappa this whole time, like his body language, what he's saying and stuff like that. And I'm just like, bro, the way that Parappa's been acting this whole entire investigation, now the trial, it's been weird. Because look here, right? If we scroll up a little bit, Parappa's just like, hey, I don't want to continue on anymore. It has to be a suicide, right? And Luigi's like, no, it's not a suicide. And then Parappa's like, what the freak? No one would kill her. But it's like that. It's like Parappa just wants to end it here. Right now. It's done. She committed suicide. We're done with it. Right here. This is where it says it right here. But Brian's right. I don't want to continue on with this. Why don't you want to continue on? Anyway, we said Fluttershy committed suicide, didn't we? What? Why do you want to end it? Bro, Parappa did it? No, Parappa wouldn't. I don't want this to be Parappa. Parappa's my favorite character in this whole freaking fan game. I swear to God, if we keep going, I hope he's like an accomplice to it or something. Something crazy like that. Maybe like Fluttershy like really did kill herself and like Parappa's gonna end up being like an accomplice or something like that. I'm gonna be upset though. I'm gonna keep my eye on Parappa though for now on. Dude, my mind is going crazy right now. That's why I can't even talk straight right now. That's why I'm like pausing so much, because I'm like, bruh, if it's Parappa, I'm gonna freak out. Yeah, well, this one's different. I'm with Luigi on this one. Considering the circumstances, this wouldn't be a suicide anymore. Normally, I would agree too. However, I'm too cautious to rule anything out if Monokuma doesn't know. I'm useless now. Utterly useless. What can I do except make very funny one-liners that everyone totally laughs at each time? Even if Monokuma doesn't know, this doesn't mean we shouldn't give up discussion. I believe this can't be a suicide, and... Why? Huh? Why do you believe one of us killed her, Luigi? Because we're not going to waste time of your split opinion. Oh, no! Someone said the S word! Did someone say opinion? I mean, split opinion? I mean, split? Ah, now I'm all messed up. Let's just get on with it already. No breaks for Monokuma. No breaks for us either, unfortunately. No, this definitely can't be a suicide. As much as it would be easier to believe it is, I'm sorry, guys, but I need to prove that this was a murder. Bro, this is freaking wild. This crap doesn't even make sense. Split opinion. Was this case a suicide or a murder? It was a suicide. We have Brian over there. We have Parappa. We have Yandere-chan. We have the 2 dogs together. It was a murder. Luigi, Nagito, and the conductor. Debate scrums start. It's obvious. Fluttershy took the gun and shot the cameras herself. But why would Fluttershy want to hide her suicide? While that may not be clear, her diary shows she was in a state of contemplation. She never actually wrote in her diary that she was thinking about offing herself. But since Monokuma doesn't know, this could be right. Since Monokuma doesn't know, that could be wrong too. Good point. Good point. It was a locked room, for God's sake. Fluttershy was the only one who could have locked it. Uh-oh, this is the locked room case. A locked room doesn't necessarily mean it was a suicide. The alibis we've heard line up with the theory. Too bad we haven't heard all the alibis, eh? That could contradict. Why would anyone want to murder Fluttershy? Because it's not just a murder. Something deeper must have been going on here. All right, we got a break on that one. Hey, this is unfortunate. This case kind of sucks. To rule this case as a suicide doesn't seem right. It just makes no sense with what we know now. But yes, I like where this is going. A suicide? No way, Jose. Huh? So you do know? Nope. I just think it'd be boring if it was. So I vote for murder too. Brian? No, you're right. Let's continue this way. Really? Yeah, if you're saying this is a murder, then someone else shot the cameras, right? So who took the gun? That? Well, we need to talk about that now. Whoever did, it would give us a reason as to why they wanted to hide what was going on versus if Fluttershy did it. Well, since I wasn't able to leave my dorm, I suppose you'll have to fill in for me on what happened with the gun. Nothing. I just left it in my dorm and today it was gone. And someone stole it, obviously. I thought we had a truce here. Was there any particular time when your dorm was left vulnerable, Luigi? Was there? Wait a minute. Flashback. A little later on, the nighttime announcement played, and Luigi heard yet another knock on his door. This time, however, he knew exactly who it was. Oh, yeah! When we were out with Yandere-chan! You ready? Just about. Well, we don't have much time to lose, so let's go. Okay. Ah! Just like that, Yandere-chan had grabbed Luigi by the arm once again as they hurried to the classroom. Flashback ended. There was. When it was time to distract Monokuma, Hayano hurried me to the classroom and I had no time to lock my door. Really? Oh. So that means... Oh, look at this art right here. Oh, crap. Everyone's looking. Look at the butterflies on her portrait. That's so cute. I love that, by the way. But, oh my God. Freak. Parappa is sweating. During the period of time where Luigi's dorm was unlocked, anyone could have snuck in and stolen the gun. It really was one of us, huh? Someone took the gun. We all promised not to touch it, right? Mamma mia. Well, not to worry, we could just go through everyone's alibi for that time, right? I suppose that's the only thing we can do. It's not like we can check where the gun is now, especially since the culprit might have discarded it. I'm just glad someone actually used the motive, albeit to fool me. I wasn't very aware last night, but I'm sure me and the conductor were busy then. And we definitely aren't covering for each other, all right? I was with Brian in his dorm, and we never left the whole night. Yeah, but you and Brian both don't you don't remember what happened last night, though, Parappa? Yeah, so how about you two? Well, I was distracting Monokuma in the classroom. Can confirm, I was there. No joke. And I was on the 3rd floor. That's awfully vague. But I'm sure you were with someone, right? Who else was there? Yes, I do seem suspicious since I was alone, but I never went to the 5th floor. But that leaves us with no one, so obviously you're the most suspicious person as of now. As well as that, doesn't your whole story with Luigi seem just a little strange? The fact that you needed someone to distract Monokuma, and to be the one who forced him to leave without locking his door. By God, the last set this all up under our unsuspecting noses. Do you even have a nose? That is a possibility, but could it really be? All right, I see I'm not gonna be able to convince you all without debating. We said Fluttershy was the one to lock herself in, but if you're saying this is a murder case, then that couldn't have possibly happened. You're just changing the subject so we don't focus on you. But she's right. That means the killer locked the door, but how? That is true. If there is a killer, then we need to figure out this change. Non-stop debate. So we originally said that the late last pushed the statues in front of the door. But that doesn't ring true anymore. So the killer must have pushed the statues themselves, then left the room. Is that even possible? They could have been trapped inside too. It would be if they had a means of doing it from outside the room. Oh, good point. Ah, good catch. Catch. Where's the ball? Stop joining in our conversations. Wah, I'm so useless. Yeah, that's exactly how it was done. The rope fibers, the ropes. Yeah, okay, Luigi's getting it. The killer locked the room from the inside while being on the outside. But what could they have used to do that? These rope fibers me and Nagito found around the statues. We really are all too familiar with rope being an appearance in cases, huh? Yeah, we are. What's up, Finnegan? How you been? And now for our special guest, Rope. This isn't a TV show. You say rope was used, but how? That's all I need to figure out now. With just a little extra bit of a thinking, I'll get to the answer. Logic dive time. What was the rope tied to? Maybe both of the statues, right? Where did the killer stand after tying the statues? In the doorway, maybe? Oh, outside the room. What did the killer do to move the statues? Pull the rope? It's all coming together. The killer tied the rope to both of the statues, then pulled it from the outside to lock the door from the inside. So there was a way after all. I guess that's solved then, eh? After killing the last, the killer locked the room using that method and fled the scene. Okay, that's great and all, but that still doesn't remove you from the suspects list. I suppose it doesn't. Still, it was a good way to figure that out. Still isn't strange how the killer decided to shoot the cameras in the first place. No one's attempted it before. That's because I didn't give them a gun. And this is also why I'm never giving out a gun ever again. What do you mean? All the killer has to do is get away with murder, right? I mean, for them to escape, at least Monokuma needs to know their identity. Yeah, that is strange. It's almost like they were trying to hide something. Wait, what? It's all about hope. Yeah, that is strange. I hide what? Something even from the bear? Yeah, but I'm not sure what. Oh, this is just great, isn't it? I do believe one of us is hiding something. Oh? I'm sure you know who, Luigi. Huh? Me? I do? Them! Flashback. As the group continued to discuss, Luigi's eyes drifted over to Parappa instinctively. He noticed him looking over at Fluttershy's body, fixated on her with a concerned complexion. Parappa? Huh? Oh, nothing. Is he just mourning her? It kind of looks like it. Parappa! Huh? Is there something you're not telling us? What? No, why are you cornering him? What did he do? It's a fine. You can tell us, Parappa. Lad? You can trust us, all right? You better. What? I saw something. On Fluttershy? Yeah. What was it? Stitches. Stitches? On her chest. Huh? What? Why are you surprised? Wait, you didn't know? Of course he didn't know. There was no cameras to spot it. Wait, what the freak? They were under her hair, and I didn't know if it was important, and I didn't know what it meant, and I was afraid to bring it up because everyone was so busy, and I'm sorry. Wait, what? What stitches? And for what? No, Parappa, you don't need to be sorry. In fact, this piece of evidence changes everything. Wait, it does? Yeah, Parappa said the same thing. It does? The gun wasn't just used to shoot the cameras. It wasn't? No, it was used to... Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. No, it was used to kill Fluttershy as well. What? How? How? To see even Monokuma beyond words is quite new for me. How interesting. And why are you so happy for it? Why are you acting like you know so much? I figured something was up when Parappa was oddly quiet back then. So I decided to check Fluttershy's body after you had all left the room. And I did indeed find stitches hidden behind her hair. So that's a why. We're just finding that out now? Yeah, apparently. And you didn't think to tell us sooner? Well, I thought since Parappa spotted it first, who am I to take away his spotlight? He's very good at spotting small details, like that strand of fur back in the second case. That's a good point. Someone's a bit too cocky out of those ropes. It's Nagito. Do you think he understands social cues? I'm sorry. Back to what Luigi said. How do you know the gun was the murder weapon now? Well, there's a couple of things that led me to believe this way. First, the amount of obscuration on the wound. Being stitched up and being covered by Fluttershy's own hair means that the killer didn't want us to find out about it. Who would stitch it up that quick, though? That means this is a murder, right? Fluttershy couldn't have stitched up her own wound. And as well as that, she is a horse. There's no way for her to handle a gun. Pegasus, but you are correct. Pegasus, that's different. Ah, and so all of those other wounds were what now? They had to have been obstructions, yeah. Yes, they were obstructions too. They were most likely done very soon after she died, so there would still be bleeding. So another murder disguised as a suicide? Not entirely original, eh? From critiquing movies to murders. How interesting. I'm not trying to. But how about her diary? Was it just a coincidence? It could be. However, her dorm door was open, right? I understand if she wanted to keep it open for us to find her diary if it was a suicide, but since it's not, are you implying the killer kept a door open to persuade people to look inside? So to recap, the culprit shot Fluttershy, stitched up her wound and inflicted new ones, locked the room, and left her dorm open, all to make it seem like a suicide. This would also explain her strange position. The culprit must have sat her upright against the wall and obscured the stitching behind her hair. So while you can't call it the same thing, you can make a fangin based on random people in the chat. True. If you copy an idea on a fangin that's just stealing, yeah, a little bit, I guess. It just depends. I mean, some ideas aren't original, right? This would also explain her strange position. The culprit must have sat her upright against the wall and obscured the stitching behind her hair. Okay. So we've managed to figure out the end, but how about the start? How did the murder even get the last to the museum? That. Well, why you all gone quiet? We need an identity here. I just don't understand. Hello? Give us some packing time. It's not like you know. Or we could just try plan B. Plan B? All I really need is an execution, right? If you're all saying it's a murder, then why don't I just randomly execute one of you? That would be pretty exciting. What? Huh? You've never done that before. Well, this is new to me. This is new to me. The new Monokuma doesn't want to wait this dang long for despair. Why didn't you tell us earlier? That way we could have... Who should we go for? Miss Yandere? Mr. Director? Oh, how about you, Parappa? No! No! Huh? What? No, you can't. How heartless are you? What? I'm just following PETA's footsteps. Oh, not PETA! How could you be okay with going against your own rules? And we never said we gave up our discussion. What if we came to a conclusion? Well, if you can, I suppose that's an entirely different story, but who cares? We care. You ain't executing someone who's done nothing wrong. Who says he isn't the killer? There's a what? A 1 in 6 chance. That's good enough for me. No. I don't want to. I don't want to die. We won't let you do this. There's no way we will. Too bad, Plumber. It's what the principal wants. You don't need to cast your votes this time around because we're getting right into the... No! Wait, what if Fluttershy saw the killer holding the gun? Huh? But Brian? That's a possibility, right? It matched with the alibis too. Once Fluttershy leaves Nagito's dorm, she sees the culprit holding the gun. That's why she was going to run an errand. As she decided to follow the culprit, it could make sense. I suppose it really was as simple as luring her to the Monokuma Museum. Did you really all interrupt me for that? Yes, because with that in mind, what can be inferred next? If the culprit had the gun in their hand, shot the cameras and broke into the Monokuma Museum all by themselves, then... Luigi? What if we're thinking about this all wrong? What do you mean? What if all this time the culprit wanted to commit suicide? That makes sense. Or, sorry, I thought that was Conductor. Or, I thought that was Nagito. That makes sense. Wait a bloomin' minute, what? Wait, what? I don't understand. I don't either, but it makes sense, right? Well, if we look at it that way, yes. Why would the killer shoot Fluttershy if they were planning to make it look like a suicide? We'd all know she couldn't have shot herself. It would be much better if they did kill her in a way that matched a suicide. A gunshot feels too unplanned. Unplanned? I thought this whole thing was going up by a NASA engineer. But then, why did Fluttershy die? It's because the killer shot her accidentally? Wait, what? It was an accident. A complete accident. It was an accident? What? Why? That meant they weren't expecting Fluttershy to follow them up to the room, and knowing her, she definitely tried to stop them from taking their own life. They fought over the gun, which led to the culprit making a grave mistake. Wait, what? This is some bullshit. Why would you? Who would have done that? Flashback. Miku, she wouldn't do that. People have their motives. Flashback. Okay. No, that's not the truth. You're not happy, are you? Yeah, well, maybe I'm not. Why the hell do you care? It's not like anything matters anymore. We're all gonna die anyway. Is it Brian? Even so, would Fluttershy really? People have their reasons. Flashback ended. Select someone. Is it? Oh! Yo, if it's Brian, I was right! It was Brian. Oh! Let's go! Woo! Bro, I thought it was Parappa. Oh, I was scared for a minute there. Parappa was actually super weird. What? Brian? Luigi, what are you doing? That's not true, right? You're wrong. He's wrong, isn't he, Brian? Brian? I doubt Luigi's gone and made a random assumption here. He's very serious, actually, and I agree with him. How do you know, Luigi? Yeah, how? We're about to find out. But that makes no sense. You can't say it was Brian. He was with me. We were together the whole night. Why are you saying it's him, Luigi? Parappa, I don't want to do this either, but he's telling me. I can see he wants to. I have to convince everyone for him. So you're saying Brian is the one who took the gun while your dorm was unlocked? Shot the cameras on the way to the 5th floor? Accidentally shot Fluttershy and covered it up as a suicide? No, he didn't. Actually, Brian didn't take the gun when my dorm was unlocked. See? Luigi knows. However, flashback. That's okay. I'm glad I could have this talk with you, Luigi. Same here. Luigi got to walk the canine out of the room. After a moment, Brian followed, and they waved to each other as he left. So no one came in your dorm when it was unlocked? I suppose everyone was busy during that time, right? Heh, I can't believe you remembered that. Huh? I don't understand. What do you mean? We were together. Why are you forgetting that? But Parappa, Luigi, stop lying to us. Stop trying to frame Brian. Why? Why are you saying he's the killer? Why are you saying he killed Fluttershy? Stop it. Parappa. No, you don't have to pretend. This is all Luigi's fault. If me and Brian were together the whole night, then he couldn't have killed Fluttershy. But if there's a way to explain that. There isn't. There isn't a way. Please stop accusing him. There definitely is. I need to interrogate their alibi. That's all I need to do. Parappa, you need to listen to me. This is hard, I know, but I don't believe you. Interception. Why do you want to accuse Brian so badly? Parappa, I understand. Tell me your alibi from last night with Brian. Fine, I will, and I'll prove to you that he's innocent. Last night, me and Brian were in his dorm. We talked, went to sleep, and woke up together like everyone else. That's it. What do you do with Brian specifically? We had snacks, we talked about our families, friends, and home. He handed me a drink before we went to bed. I've already told you all of this. What else do you need to know? Oh, yikes! Poor Parappa for real! Yikes! Parappa, you never told me Brian specifically handed you a drink. Huh? He got roofied by Brian? Huh? That's because I remembered it just now. It fits with the rest of the story, so it doesn't matter. How come you remembered it just now? Because I just did. A lot happened last night, so I guess it's hard to remember anything. Usually when I have a good night, I seem to remember most of it. That is, if I haven't been drinking. But we didn't have alcohol. Surely there's a reason why your memory is so fuzzy. It's not. It's perfectly fine. You're all saying these things because of what Luigi said. I thought we were friends. I thought you and Brian were friends. I thought I could trust you. But you're saying things that don't make sense. Why can't you see that Brian isn't a killer? But Luigi. I get it now. But I just need to get through to Parappa. He's scared, and he's just saying anything to protect Brian. So as much as I don't want to, I need to fight back. Oh, hey, and it's just like the game. That is so freaking cool. I love that. That makes me so happy. It's just like Parappa the Rapper. We got the X's, the triangles, the squares, and the circle. Brian's not the killer. He was with me. We were both together the whole night. You don't know what you're saying, Luigi. You're wrong. You're lying. Why would you say Brian killed Fluttershy? Stop. Stop it. You're implying Brian wanted to commit suicide? No, he doesn't. He's fine. We've been working on it together. You know we have. You don't know how much progress we've made. I'm begging you to stop accusing him, please. Remember? I do remember. Why do you keep saying Brian is the killer when we were together the whole night? The drink was drugged. Oh my god! He did it to Parappa. Oh no! I hate seeing that. Dude, that is my heart right now. My heart. Just seeing Parappa like that is so sad. Parappa, Brian wasn't with you the whole night. That drink he gave you was drugged with sleeping pills. That's why you're not remembering the full night. Huh? That's really all it took, Guy. No, you're lying. He's not lying, Parappa. I can't let Luigi do this for me. I didn't have the guts to say anything, but I can't let this trial last any longer. So you're saying it's obvious by now, huh? Luigi, would you like to go over the case? I'm sure we'd all appreciate it. Bro, this is nuts. This is legitimately nuts. Bro, okay, all right. My streak of guessing who the killer is continues. It continues. I said that I was locking in Brian, and it ended up freaking being Brian. God dang it. Sometimes I wish I was wrong, but like, dang. As long as it's not Parappa, bro, I am happy right now. I'm chilling. It's a dog-eat-dog world, pretty much, Eris, pretty much. I guess you could say by the end of the night, Parappa was dog tired. Ha! Goes full circle. The dogs have lost the dog. Yeah, they have. We can't have two dogs, apparently. Can't have two gays. We can't have two dogs. We can't have two of anything in these fan games. The case started last night when the culprit was in their dorm room with Parappa. They gave him a glass of water, drugged with sleeping pills. After he was knocked out, the culprit left with the gun in hand, stolen earlier from my dorm room. During this time, Fluttershy had just left Nagito's dorm after looking after him and spotted the culprit. Obviously confused and concerned, she quickly asked the conductor to stay with Nagito before she followed them. The culprit destroyed the security cameras on the 5th floor hall and inside Monokuma Museum with a gun. They managed to get inside with this by utilizing blind spots the cameras couldn't detect, as well as this. They knew the mastermind was being distracted by me since they knew of my plan with Ayano, and they broke into the Monokuma Museum using brute force with a baseball bat. When she got caught up to them, Fluttershy confronted the culprit in the Monokuma Museum, where she found out that they were trying to commit suicide. They had a struggle over the gun, which resulted in the culprit accidentally shooting Fluttershy right in the chest. The culprit, in shock and guilt, decided to flip the case around, knowing that there were no able cameras on the floor to detect what actually happened. The culprit stitched up the wound and positioned Fluttershy in a way that her stitching would be hard to notice. The culprit then slit Fluttershy's wrists and neck. Next, to make it look like a locked room suicide, they tied rope to each Monokuma statue either side of the door, and from outside the door, pulled the ropes so both statues blocked the door. The culprit, now having access to Fluttershy's dorm, wanted to check if they could fabricate any more evidence. They found her diary and decided to keep her door open so someone during the investigation would notice. Finally, the culprit, who never planned to return, went back to their own dorm room to wake up with Parappa in the morning. That's the case that derived from an accident that you never thought you'd make that night, Brian. Woo-hoo! Brian being the culprit here. That's insane. That is insane. Wow, I never thought I'd hear one of those directed at me, but I'm sorry. Sorry for what? For killing Fluttershy? You are the killer. That's what you're saying. For absolute clarification? Will you shut it? I suppose he has to make sure now. We're going to be voting solely on his word. And I suppose all I ask for you all to trust my word, right? I killed Fluttershy, and I need you all to vote for me. Something feels a little fishy about this a little bit. Hold on. Monokuma, start the vote. I don't like where this is going. I don't like this. Alrighty, I guess we can't keep this trial going on forever. Please cast your vote and make sure to vote for Brian, or whoever you think it is. Who will be chosen as the Blacken? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna A, B, C, B? Voting time, class trial end. Well, what? Aren't you gonna tell us who the vote was for? Oh, that? Well, you did all vote for Brian. Though Parappa almost voted for himself, but that would be ultimately useless anyway. Seems it's true he cannot tell us if we were right or not. Thankfully, it doesn't matter since you all know now. Hey, Parappa, I just don't get it. Why? Why would you? We were great. Was I not good enough? Did I not say the right things? Did I not do enough with you? Parappa's voice was barely above audible, yet the room was so quiet, Luigi could hear everything so clearly as the words ate at his heart. You were fine. I appreciate all the help you gave me, but this wasn't your fault. I'm too long gone for reconsideration. How long have you felt this way? Ever since Peter died, probably. I couldn't help but constantly worry about the future, the family, friends. Nothing would be the same. And after his trial, you saw, didn't you? I thought after Peter's killer would be executed, I'd be fine, but I turned out to be a much bigger hole than I expected. And then everything went downhill from there. I caused a dispute between us all, one that wasn't needed if I wasn't so blinded at the time by rage. But it wasn't just you. Fluttershy was very vocal herself. I'm sure she wouldn't have snapped if I hadn't. And at that point, I slowly started to realize how useless I had become. When we first got here, all that was on my mind was to escape. And when I found that laptop, it took my mind off of our situation and frankly everything else. And after Peter died, all I was good for was shutting everyone out for a book I knew was going to go nowhere. Well, that wasn't an eye-opener. But even so, no matter what we did together, the thought of ending it all felt much more beneficial for the rest of you. And that was that. I had made my plan. Take the gun, destroy the cameras, and take my own life. But why would you want to destroy the cameras so badly? Simply put, I didn't want the mastermind to have the benefit of watching my death. I wanted everyone the next day to discover me in the room that was once locked. Even startling whoever's behind the dang bear. Of course, it would be easy for you guys to figure out what had occurred. Unfortunately, that never got to happen, as right when I was about to do it, she spoke up behind me. Brian, what are you doing? What? Huh? Fluttershy? What are you? Is this what you were planning to do with the gun? Why? You don't need to know. Maybe I don't, but I do know whatever the reason was, it isn't worth taking your life over. Trust me. Yeah. Brian, I'm serious. I understand what you're going through, but to give up so easily is what the mastermind wants. Well, the mastermind can't see us right now, so what's the point? Is that why you shot the... Brian, how long have you been planning this for? Look, just leave me alone. I don't expect you to tell anyone, so just... No, you're coming back down with me. We're going to talk this out, and you'll see that this isn't the answer. Hey, what are you doing? Let go of it. Brian, calm down. You don't need this. Let me discard it, okay? No, go away. Why do you care all of a sudden? Because Bang. Fluttershy. You tried to get the gun from me, but I fought back and... You didn't try to listen to her? Why would I back then? We were practically enemies, right? But what she said after she had been shot completely changed my attitude. Fluttershy. Seeing her like that is so sad. Fluttershy. God, hang on. We need to get you medical assistance. No, it's okay. Calm down, Brian. What? You're dying. I know, and I'm very scared. Oh, I wish this wasn't here. I hate this CG. It's beautiful, but... What? I wasn't expecting to die tonight. I always thought I would, but no one decided to pick on me. Why would they? Because I'm weak, silly. Fluttershy, we don't have much time. What? What do you mean? You can't... Brian, listen to me. You were going to die so everyone could escape, right? I guess so. Then you can still do the same. No one can see us, yes. You've destroyed the cameras. You're right. Then that means... Do whatever you can to protect them. I don't mind what you decide to do to me after I die. Whatever you can for all of them. Alright. And Fluttershy, I'm sorry for being a jerk. To you and to Nagito. I never meant to. It's okay, Brian. I forgive you. Please, just help them. Help them for us. For everyone. Fluttershy, oh god! You're sorry? I am. I really am. You never meant to kill Peter. I understand how accidents can happen. Okay. But then, why were you so cold to him during the investigation? And you were blooming accusing him during the trial not too long ago. It was all an act. To set up the suicide meant I have to act like nothing ever changed. I still can't believe Brian went through all of that. Those feelings, I can sure relate, but want to take his own life? I've never even considered it myself. So all of it was to protect us? What did you mean by that? It was on a whim, really. I assumed since the bear wouldn't have any chance of knowing what had happened, firming up the case would confuse everyone, and in the best case scenario, lead to the trial not being able to continue. Maybe finding a weakness within the mastermind and, who knows, escaping. But what stopped you? When the bear started saying he was going to randomly execute someone, that completely went against Fluttershy and I's promise, and then he chose Parappa. Oh! I wasn't gonna let that happen, so then that's when I gave in. That's when you started pointing me in the right direction. You mean, if I kept defending you, I would have died? I don't know. I guess if Luigi dropped his accusations against me, it would go back to the bear picking someone at random again. That's probably what would have happened, you know. You were inviting your own death, puppy. But don't worry, okay? You're not gonna die. None of you are. You chose correctly. Huh? I guess I'm gonna die after all, huh? This really wasn't the way I was expecting it to be, but... You know what's crazy is when you have good characters like Fluttershy, right? That do nothing wrong, right? And they end up in these situations where they're just about to die and they're able to forgive. They're able to forgive. And that's so sad. Even though somebody wronged them in the end, they're able to forgive them. Pancake Roll, thank you for the 20. Sending love and cookies. Oh, thank you. I love Fluttershy. I wish she didn't die. What? No, you can't die. We were just starting to get to know each other. We were having so much fun. I finally got the courage to talk to you, and now you're leaving? You can't. I'm sorry, Parappa. Gotta go. Kid. Before anyone had known it, Parappa ran from the podium all the way to Brian and clung to him. Please don't go. Guys, we didn't feel... I'm sorry. Give me a second. Luigi didn't feel in control of his body anymore, as he was already walking towards the two dogs and had found his way into a gentle hold. It felt odd to hold on to people he would never thought to have met ever, but at the same time it felt right. He knew them for so long, it felt as if they were friends for years. That and the poor sense of time inside the school walls. Jeez, enough of the sappy stuff already. I've seen enough of it. I have Brian's execution ready, so you better get off of him, or else you might get chained too. What do you mean by that? Can't you hear? I said I'm an impatient bear. But we thought you didn't know Brian was the killer. How come you've already got his execution set up? Aye, that is fishy. Uh-huh. Woo boy. Does it have to come out now? Well, Kadoy, I knew it did. Huh? Fear not, my pretty students. All this time, I knew Brian Griffin, the ultimate author, was the one who killed Fluttershy. Woohoo! Booyah! Smooth moves. Huh? Ow! But you said, and I destroyed the cameras. You did, but that doesn't stop my all-seeing eye. I know everything, my dear canine companion. All-seeing eye? You must have other invisible cameras we don't know about. What would be the point in that? I've already got cameras you can see, so... But why would you hide that from us? Because it's funny and super disrespectful to see. I mean, look at those guys. Hey, don't worry about that too much. I was gonna die anyway, right? Luigi and Parappa didn't react. Brian sighed and smiled sheepishly. Look, all I ask is that you don't cry over my death, okay? You two are a lot stronger than I am, and the fact that you don't want to die is crazy. Use that crazy, all of you, and just do what you do, and just do what you all do. And please, beat that son of a mastermind. All right. All Parappa could do was nod, trying to hold back his tear-filled eyes, as Brian gave him one last big hug as a goodbye. Brian gave a nod to everyone else, who nodded back in return. A mutual agreement that something like this would happen for the last time. I'm sorry. Ooh. It's really hard to read when you want to cry, like really bad, you know? Like I'm trying to stay composed so I can get through the chapter, get to the punishment. Not so wise to call me a son of a but okay. I prepared a very special punishment for Brian Griffin, the ultimate author. Oh, screw you too. Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time. Brian! Escape, okay? Everyone's counting on you all. I don't want people to count on me. I really don't. This is an ad. I gotta wait a second for this ad. Okay. Oh my god. My nose is like, it wants to freaking... all the snot. Hey, the worst execution YouTube adverts, right? Ooh. God, Brian, why? What? Old Yellers? What? Oh no! Go, Brian, go! Oh no! I hate this. The art is really good though. Oh sh! Wait. Okay, Parappa's just watching. Out the car. Just like the TV show. Just like if you've watched freaking Family Guy. This trial stinks. This trial really sucks. Seeing Parappa like that, and then seeing Brian become best friends with Parappa, and they've created this bond, and then seeing Parappa try to protect him in this trial. This one really sucks. For those who didn't get it, he shot himself with a gun. He didn't die by the car blaze. Oh, did he? He shot himself? One fear that I have if I have a dog is them being run over by a car. So before the car could even hit him, he decided to off himself. That's not cool. That's slippery. As Monokuma grumbled and swore to himself, everyone else stared on shock at the canine's body. He still had the gun on him, I suppose we never checked. And then it was silent for a while, part of the faint mumbling of Monokuma. No one opted to talk. Luigi didn't know Brian for long, but it did hurt to see a friend go, especially like that. He shifted his eyes over to Parappa, who was staring at the floor so hard, like it was going to break into two. Don't cry. Don't cry. He was whispering this over and over to himself as his eyes threatened to flood. Luigi couldn't take the sight of the poor dog much longer and took his hands into his own. Parappa looked up at him, and Luigi gave him a strained smile. Remember what I said? Crying is a sign of strength. But Brian said, I'm sure he wouldn't mind. It's a different way of being strong. After giving Parappa's hand a sweet squeeze, that was it. The dog had his face pressed against Luigi's overalls, quietly sniffling and sobbing all his pent-up emotions. Luigi rubbed his back with his free hand, consoling the other as best he could. I'm sorry, Luigi. I'm sorry for doubting you and saying all those horrible things. I understand. You were just trying to protect him. You were very brave to counter-argue me. Luigi gave Parappa a soft pat on his head. I suppose we know what this means now, right? We can't let deaths like this happen again, or there'll be none of us left. How long did they expect us to go on for? I'm not sure, but we can all agree we can't let anyone else die from now on. I doubt anyone would during this point of a killing game, but I do agree with you. Despite what has happened, we can't let despair kick in our way. Even with the passing of the lass, she did seem like a good friend to you. That's alright, because I'm not alone. I have you, conductor. Oi, why you keep saying stuff like that aloud? Well, good luck trying to use the power of full friendship to defeat me. I'm way more powerful than that. You haven't even seen my final form yet. We're not here to be fooled anymore, Monokuma. I never said you were. Don't make such a scary face. Whatever. I've got a lot of cleaning up to do and a lot of preparations to make, so I'd rather you all beat it for wasting my time. Suicide. What a load of hooey. Taking your own life? Might as well just have asked me. Meaningless bunch of deaths. They weren't meaningless. We're going to carry on their wish and stop this game. Meaningless? Sheamingless. Do you honestly think a sadistic bear cares? No. And to show you the power of not caring, I'm gonna leave. I bid you adieu. Once Monokuma left, everyone stared at each other. Everyone looked at everyone else, studying their faces to make sure they were on the same page and that no one was left behind. They made a mental pact, a pact to not kill or be killed or be persuaded by Monokuma or whoever the mastermind was. It was going to be hard to get over everything in their way, from the past and future. But Luigi knew if they didn't, then they wouldn't be able to handle whatever would happen next. This feels weird, but I just have to check. I remember her saying something about, wait, what's in here? Oh my indeed, this is. Is this what you were up to all this time, lass? Wait, what? Was that conductor? Was that conductor talking? He's the only one that says lass. Where is he? And what is he doing? What in the freak? What a good chapter, though. I mean, the trial was interesting. Like, towards the end of the trial, like with Brian and Parappa, and just seeing how that kind of unfolded, and seeing the actual murder case kind of be a thing where it was more of Fluttershy died by accident instead of somebody like going out to actually like kill her. That was cool. Could be a surprise arrival from Shrek. Imagine Shrek just enters the Fangan. Yep, that was him. Find out next chapter. What's up, Celine? How you been? Thank you for moderating, by the way. What a cliffhanger. That is a cliffhanger. Traitor Conductor? Was Conductor in Ayano's room? Maybe? Possibly. I love this chapter. That was a good chapter. Let's all give it up for the the author for writing an amazing chapter 5. Really good. I mean, not just the chapter 5. The Fangan in its entirety is amazing. Like, we haven't seen a bad chapter from this Fangan. It's all been really good. Anyways, enjoyed. That was fun. That was really good. That was a lot of fun. What are you doing in my killing game? How can someone so scared and so shy be brave enough to try her best to prevent someone from killing themselves? I'm glad they didn't show Brian actually shooting himself. That would have sucked. I don't like seeing like suicide things, and I don't think anybody else does either, so. Kind of glad they filled this in later, you know, after it happened. When I tell you I sobbed when I finished this chapter, it's not funny. This is definitely one of the best Fangans I've read. This is really good. It's really good. I wish it was an Instagram Rampa at the least, but yeah, you know. Written Fangans are always kind of hard for me to do. I'm gonna be honest, like going forward, because written Fangans is like, it's hard for me to interact with chat while I'm reading, because it's a lot of reading and there's not a lot of like pictures or anything to look at, so it's not like it's not the most interactive experience, right, when you're live streaming something like this. But you know, and that was something I always feared about reacting to written Fangans, but it seems like you guys enjoyed still, which is good. Is Blaze gonna notice me a second time? What's going on? I definitely can't watch suicides. Yeah, I can't either. 100 out of 10 best fan game so far. I get why it's not. There's tons of work to make all the slides, so written is a good compromise. Yeah, for sure. For sure, for sure. And written, you can go more into detail too, which is good. I'm glad it's not Parappa. Yeah, if it's like this, it has to be really good, which this one is. Yeah, like, yeah. I'll agree with you on that, Alex. Like, if this Fangan wasn't that good, it probably wouldn't be the best to read, like, you know, on a stream. Instagram weirds me out. Why is the hunted will be... Instagram weirds me out, which is why the hunted will be a video series. I feel you though, Eris. I feel you. Video series is good too. I ain't hating on that. I like video series. I read a crap ton, so written fangans are a treat. Are they? I have a whole Wattpad fangan list. That's cool. Hey Blaze, when my fan game comes out, would you stream it? Yeah, sure. Why not? I have a problem with writing so much for written fangans, especially with the trials. Really? I figured it'd be a little easier. I like videos. I just can't edit very well. I mean, Barbie, you do amazing with the ones that you do. The videos that you do post up. I know it's just the slides and you just kind of put transitions in, but I mean, you do really well with that. Like the editing on those is like to the point where I can read or somebody else can read at a good pace. You know what I mean? I don't have to like stop or like go back a bunch of times and stuff like that. Other people who have done like, you know, like slideshows of their Instagram rampas, they like move too fast and it's like, I'm trying to read the slide. What the freak? You know? He said, I got to get ready for the con today. Hey, have fun at the con. Stay safe. Eris, I appreciate you for stopping by, and everybody else. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Helps me out. Thank you. It took some time to learn not everyone can read slides in 4 seconds. Yeah, 4 seconds each slide it's a little rough. It's kind of fast. What's your question, Coffee? I tried to make an execution for a furry OC once. It's hard to make art, but it's way harder to write a very compelling or well-written story. For a series like this, you need to have good writing. Yeah, true. Because you do have to like explain every little bit of detail. You know, you got to make the reader feel like they're there. Whereas with Instagram rampas, you can kind of just show it a little bit more with art and such. I've never seen a slideshow rampa, to be honest. Well, no, what Barbie makes on, and Tofu does it too. What Barbie and Tofu make for Penguin Rampa and Redemption Rampa, the videos are kind of just like little slideshows, right? And it just shows all of the posts that they put on Instagram, but it's like in a slideshow form where it just kind of like, you know, fades into the next one. You just see it transition to the next post, to the next post, to the next post, to the next post. And it's done in a really good way. I'm having a hard time doing my fan cam, but I'm trying my hardest. Yeah, writing style is crucial. I do plan on writing a crossover fan cam like this, but it won't have CGs or animated cutscenes or executions because I can't draw, so that might be bad. If I ever get it off the ground. Hey, that sounds cool. You should read Danganronpa Dreadnought Despair. I've heard of that one. That one's on the list already. I always say to have your story set before anything else. Yeah. Having it all set, having the story like outlined and like knowing your death orders and stuff should definitely come first before you even jump into it. Just a little heads up for my fan game. There's not a thing as ultimate talents. They're just character star roles. Also, every participant knows it's a simulation. Oh, that's cool. If there's an Animal Crossing fan game, I'm going to lose it. Bro, that needs to happen. It needs to happen. There's a fan like Animal Crossing trial out there that you can watch on YouTube. But we don't actually have a fan GAN of it. And it would be cool. I'm too lazy to do my own fan GAN. I will leave it to the teens. Yeah, same. I'm too old. I'm too old to do it. I don't have enough time. If I had a lot of free time like you guys do, if I was still in school, like in high school or something, I'd be doing like fan GANs left and right, but I'm too old. You get to an age where like you have too much to do, you know what I mean? And it's just like priority lists, right? It's like work comes before all of that other. Oops, sorry. For written fan games, you need to nail your character's personalities. It's not easy to fully project them through words. Yeah, it's not. I might make one, but it will take a long time. If I could animate, I would animate the executions of my fan game, but I resort to writing them. But there's a ton of CGs, and I do plan on animating some rebuttal scenes. I've gotten so many Animal Crossing Rampa's recommended. Wait, really? Hey, can you send them my way, OO, on Discord? I'd appreciate it. I'm gonna be in the next stream. Well, welcome, Kirsten. Thanks for coming to this one. You're hoping that everyone keeps writing a brain. Ryan would survive. I'm trying to make my Fangan, but I can barely do it because it's too hard to make one. All right. Well, with that being said, I appreciate all of you guys for coming. Thanks for hanging out with us and reacting to yet another Fangan. We're almost done with this one. We have obviously one more chapter to go, and then 69 is going to be done. Dang, we're getting through all of them. We're getting through all of these Fangans, and it makes me happy. From start to finish, baby. I've done 3 Discord Danganronpa RPs and they have been insane. That sounds fun. That sounds great. See you guys next time. And also, thank you guys for the donations and such, and the likes and all of that, and just being here. Even if you like were just lurking and you weren't chatting, you still helped me out. Thank you so much. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.